Hey guys, happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Welcome to Group Chat.
Woo!
Okay, so a couple things that I want to start off the episode with. Number one, we're recording this on Thursday.
Yes.
Quite a jump.
Yes.
So wide open.
We didn't learn our lesson last week.
We did not. And it is wide open for news to change, for things to come up. So I just want to give that disclaimer. As always, if something big comes up, we'll fill in.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But we pick topics that we think are will be relevant the whole time.
Yes.
That being said, here's the other cool thing about technology is even though you guys are sitting here now, at the end of this episode, we will actually be getting recordings from both of you. You both owe me homework of your recap of the Super Bowl Sunday night.
Yeah.
So after it's all over, if you can even coherently speak and get your phone on, and you might have to watch this one.
If you thought D was off the rails at Peppermint, 1 hour of drinking, this is 12.
It's going to be rough. So I'm real curious about this soundbite we're going to get. But at the end of this episode, we're going to patch in your guys' take from being live at the Super Bowl and all of the festivities. And you're going to tell us what you thought.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
We'll be the first one out.
It's our favorite weekend.
On Monday morning with a Super Bowl recap.
Live.
That's it. So let's get into some news. The first most important piece of news is news about us.
Yes.
We had a big morning this morning.
We did.
That is because, as we have kind of told you guys, I mean, we've told you as much as we could, and we still will as we go along. We're working on potentially taking Group Chat to the
silver screen.
The silver screen. We're trying to figure out what that would look like, what a show sort of concept would look like. And today was a big day for us in that process because we had a full production team in here.
Yeah.
And we essentially shot some stuff for our sizzle reel that's like a sampling of what the show will be. And I got to say, it felt right.
I'm telling you, this is a hit.
It's a hit.
And I mean, it was actually two things. First of all, it was like super official. Yeah. Like full production team, there's cameras everywhere.
Oh, it reminded me of the old days. I felt like I was 26 again.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, no catering.
It's not right. It's not right.
Yeah.
We got to up the budget on this thing. You know? This thing's got to go to a big network.
Yeah. And it was just really fun what we did. We haven't finalized what the concept's going to be, but I think the three of us had a blast filming it.
Yep. And I think go
ahead.
Well, I think what we got to experience a tiny bit of is I do think we've done a really good job. I mean, I spent years with writers and producers and all the different helpers.
Yeah.
I don't mean that disrespectfully. But we've done a really good job so far on this pod, just making it up as we go and just sharing topics and talking about shit.
Yeah.
When you have a little bit of help and a little bit of guidance and a little bit of someone saying, hey, what if you did this? Man, it really makes a big difference.
We're partnered with Siren Studios on this project, and like they just having someone like one move things along very quickly, like efficiently, and then really giving like get to the point, like someone telling you to get to the point and really get to what we want to accomplish. I mean, it's just like I just feel really good about it, and not only because it's us and I want us to be successful at this. I actually, like, when I walked downstairs back to the office, I was like, the information that is being discussed is so helpful for so many people. Because if people are actually getting value out of Shark Tank or The Profit, this is like going to college.
That's a lot of people's business school, I think.
Yeah. This is way better.
Yep. I think Gary Vee videos, Shark Tank, like I think a lot of people are starting businesses based off of that.
That's kind of scary.
Yeah. And it also made me realize how irrelevant Shark Tank is.
Yeah.
And I like the show. I'm not even trying to really diss, but fuck it. You guys are old and washed up because I haven't heard the words Shopify, Instagram, any of that.
Lifetime value, customer acquisition, none of that.
All I hear is home shopping network and big box retail. I got an idea.
Yeah.
Get with the times.
Yeah. And it just feels like a show. It doesn't feel like real. That's not how real life is.
And I will say, if we didn't have 3 times a week for 2 years of talking, that would have been a lot harder.
Yeah.
But it just felt natural.
Yeah. I mean, you do three times a week, 2 years. You hear a lot of pitches over the years.
Yeah.
We flew right through them.
I'm ready for the Emmys.
I'm ready for it, man. You're out of here, Shark Tank, Dinosaur Tank.
Golden
I don't think we'll
Globes.
be invited to those award shows given what we've said about them.
Fuck them all. They don't know us yet. They'll have to invite us to the first one.
Disclaimer for everyone who's been listening: we're going to be praising the Globes and Emmys.
Yeah.
It'll be our recap of our experience that will get us not invited the second time. We'll be invited to everything once.
Yeah.
So anyway, but I don't know. It felt really good. It felt, in all honesty, it felt like with a little bit of help, a little bit of concept, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, this could really be something big.
Yes.
So prepare yourselves. Dee, I know you're already fully prepared to be really famous.
Yeah.
And whatever.
I'm interviewing publicist, a manager.
Yeah. Security.
Just
Security.
give away all your money up front.
Yeah, I need to have all that. But if I'm going to be a star, you need to have a publicist.
You got to lock it in.
Yeah.
You want to be a star, you got to look like a star.
Yeah.
Maybe some John and Vinny's catering.
You need a
No,
couple more
I can't be
assistants.
eating carbs and being fat.
No, they have some
You
salads.
need a couple more assistants.
Yeah. I'll probably be on a keto diet or something.
You need a bodyguard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Good stuff. Well, we'll keep you guys updated as much as we literally every bit. I mean, we probably just overshared. So
Yeah.
as much as we can possibly tell you, we'll tell you. Next up, it is the end of the frickin' run challenge.
How happy are you?
I am so relieved. My legs are so sore because I checked my tracker and I actually made it 2.7 miles.
Oh, wow.
That's more than what I
That
thought
was
you'd
walking.
do.
That was all the walking.
Yeah.
That's
That's
unbelievable.
amazing. It's nearly 5K.
Thank you so much. So I'm honored to have taken part. I'm wondering if I get any sort of small trophy.
No.
Well,
Is there a participation thing?
No.
Okay.
I will
I-
reward participation.
I actually said at Run Club last weekend that I was blessed and grateful so many people took part in the challenge, but then so many people that took part and dropped off halfway. And Dee said, no, fuck them.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
didn't finish it.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, drama.
That sounds like Dee. Fuck them. Well, listen, whatever. It's the spirit that counts. So how do you guys, I mean, it seemed to go incredibly well. Like, do you have any metrics to show? Because for me, from the outside looking in, I've seen the last few of these. This one seemed like a lot of people. It seemed like a lot of people showed up in Washington. A lot of people showed up at the last one here. It just feels bigger than usual.
I think people are still submitting miles. So I think by, early this week, we'll have a sense of how many people participated. And then people email run@themenlohouse.com their miles. And then we're going to send them a sweatshirt. So we have to gather the sizes. But I don't know, it felt special.
Yeah, it felt really big. And Drama, you asked me the other day, you saw on our social media, all of the places we were hitting. The really impressive thing was that so many people were just taking the opportunity to come out and run with us. And I don't actually think they realised what they were doing, but once they turned up and ran and took part and met other people, they then actually realised, wow, this is really something special,
And I think the best, I did a really funny podcast with Riley, who does our Grand AC podcast, driving back from San Diego, 2 IPAs in. I did like a recap of San Diego and the concept of the Run Club. And I think if you get a chance, if you're interested, you should download and listen to that, because I think it really encapsulates what we're trying to do as a community.
Yeah, and I know this is Monday, not Thursday. Congratulations, guys, for last night's live show, which was awesome at the Peppermint Club. But one thing I actually realised is that I'm able to meet people and convert people into running with us at Run Club at the live group chat
He's like a
events.
Jehovah's Witness.
He's a lead gen.
Run.
He's using
That's amazing. Hey, can I talk to you for a second about running? I just see Luke at my door. Knock, knock. Who's that? Hello, can I talk to you for a second about running?
Have you met running?
Have you? Can I introduce you to running?
I met Alana and her husband last night. They're going to come run with us. And
Amazing.
Yeah. But we always say every Saturday at Run Club that the main thing is just to show up, right? If you show up to our Run Club, it's going to change your life in a different direction, because you don't know a conversation that you're going to have with somebody that is at the Run Club. Mm-hmm. It's not about the running, that's a bit in the middle, but just show up and meet our amazing community.
Yeah, so if you come to any of our live events, look out for Luke.
Yeah.
Because he's
A
going
little
to
white
introduce
British
running
guy.
into your life. Yeah. Actually, when a guy came up to me last night and he's like, hey, I had only met Dee at Run Club, and he's so professional and whatever. He's like, the way he is at these live shows is a little different.
I will say, I think what you guys are doing is incredible. You guys are bringing positivity to the community, and it's awesome. And I commend you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, good work.
I love compliments.
Way to make an impact for the positive.
Yes.
Okay. Well, good stuff, man. Next year, we'll get... No, when do you do it again? 6 months?
July,
July, June, yeah.
I think.
A little warmer, a little easier for me to get out of the house. You know,
we're not counting on you. Don't worry.
Maybe we'll get to 5 miles.
Double.
Yeah.
That's
You know?
big.
Okay.
In 5 years, you'll be at 75 pounds.
I like the way we're trending. Okay. Are you ready for some news?
Yes.
All right. Let's start it off with the opposite of the runner's lifestyle and talk about Juul. We talked about Juul a lot on the pod, and we haven't talked about him for a little bit. And here's a news story that I think is worth talking about. Altria decided to invest in Juul 14 months ago. They paid $12.8 billion for a 35% stake. Just 14 months later, it looks like that stake has lost 67%, which is equal to $8.6 billion in 14 months. I mean, bad bet, to say the least.
I think this is a tax scam. I don't think Altria is actually doesn't believe that Juul is still a valuable business. I was at dinner with two people that are very successful, very disciplined people. They were sucking down Juuls the whole dinner.
Really?
Yeah.
Successful and disciplined,
Yes.
but not healthy.
They look pretty healthy to me.
Okay.
They're eating healthy.
So you still believe in Juul, and you think
Yeah.
Altria does too?
I'm very long Juul.
I'm long Juul, but not at a crazy valuation. I think it got ahead of everyone. I think it was like, oh my God, this is the next thing. And then like it's actually a smaller thing. And now you have Puff Bar, and now you have all these different things. And now it has a bad reputation. And now the narrative kind of changes.
Yeah.
I am afraid of Puff Bar for Juul.
Big time. I went over to an influencer house over the weekend. All those little influencers are Puff Barring their tits off.
What are they, 15?
Yeah. Can't smell a thing, no trace. What are you going to say, Mom?
Yeah.
It's true. But so when Altria did this investment, the vast majority, if not all of it, or at least of the 12, went directly to buy other shareholders out. So that was money directly into early investors of Juul.
Good for
So regardless of what happens to the company, early investors in Juul made out because they were forced to take a dividend. 67% down in 14 months internally. Could be a tax scam, like Dee said. But the number's down. What's the right number?
Yep.
I don't know. Altria stands to benefit if Juul fails. So do they care? Like, it's...
Yep.
I don't really trust Altria as the judge of what's going on with Juul.
Yeah. Okay, I agree. But that's just what I think. I think Juul's still really valuable. I just think for a minute there it was like...
I mean, the president said I shouldn't have been dealing with this fucking vaping.
Yeah.
Stupid.
He was like,
That
why
was
was...
poor advising. Literally, someone's like, this is how you'll win over voters. Okay. All right, how about this one? Speaking of the president,
Yeah.
this is an interesting one. So there's a woman who claims that the president raped her
Yep.
in the 90s.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of people speaking out that have spoke out over the last couple of years about his sexual assaults and aggressive comments and little things like that. This woman claims she was raped by Donald Trump. She is now seeking his DNA to prove that it matches the DNA on a dress that she wore that night.
Yep.
Not to be insensitive in any way, shape, or form. If this did happen, it's absolutely horrendous. Seems to me like there is no way she's getting that DNA.
So she claims, her name is E. Jean Carroll. She's an advice columnist in the 90s. In 1990, she said in a Bergdorf Goodman dressing room, Donald Trump raped her. And that the dress she was wearing has his DNA, has DNA on it, because she's never washed it, and she's worn it twice, and saying that it still has his DNA on it, and I need to get that DNA to prove that he raped me.
But why so long?
Yeah, and apparently, a couple questions here. So this apparently happened in the mid-'90s. Why did she take so long? She apparently is coming out with a book, which is what the Trump side is saying.
Yeah.
She's just looking for publicity. Like you said, if she got raped, this is obviously terrible. But why wasn't this brought up in the mid-'90s when it happened?
So it was brought up not too long ago.
But too long ago, we're talking...
So, like while he was president?
I think right before.
We're talking
like running, right?
25 years ago.
Yeah.
This happened 25 years ago. Isn't there statute of limitations?
I don't know if...
I don't know.
I don't know how it works on rape.
No, I don't know if there's a... It's not like I killed someone in the 60s. You don't get to come after me. It's been 50 years.
It's more the point of like, I don't know, man. I don't even like Trump. But I don't think for anyone to do this late in the game. And if you have evidence, so you've had a dress with evidence sitting with you this whole time?
Yeah.
And Trump was a big name in the mid-'90s. It's not like he was just nobody and became somebody and then you were like, oh, I remember that guy.
Yeah, it was also a different climate. Like, I get it. Women were not coming out like that.
But in the mid-'90s, do they have security cameras in these big department stores? It just seems like if you were aggressively raped in a changing room at a mall, at a department store,
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems, for anyone, it just seems crazy this late in the game. And I think it's valid to, like when someone's running for president, it's very valid to say, no, this is what he did to me, this guy can't be the president of our country. But now it just feels like, I don't know, it's going to have a real tough time getting any progress.
I don't think you're going to get Donald Trump's DNA.
No.
Okay. Well, let's move on from that one quick, because I don't like talking about it.
Okay.
Let's talk about a coronavirus update. So let me just say, once again, this is the day before you guys go to Miami. When everyone's hearing this, you will be back from Miami. Do you think you have coronavirus?
No, I'm going to be wearing a mask.
Are you?
Mask on.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Anand?
I'm taking.
Am I wearing a
with me.
mask?
Are you wearing a mask?
No.
I wonder if by the time this is out, one of you has coronavirus.
That'd be bad.
You're going to be around a lot of people. I know you guys like to meet people. You like to shake hands. You guys say, hey, I haven't
I'm
seen you in a
dapping
while.
everyone up.
Yeah.
I'm doing the Howie Mandel.
Somebody did that to me last night, and I was like, you know what? Good move.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I don't. Not right now.
Not right now.
Fist bump.
Because of the Wuhan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I was
I'm
like,
just
you know
going to
what,
wear
man?
gloves.
I don't know. I have had a sniffly nose for a little bit.
I'm
Maybe
going
you
to
shouldn't.
have shorts, T-shirts, and gloves. And a mask.
Do you have an N95?
No, I have that bullshit mask Pete got me.
Okay. Well, you're fine.
Did you notice that you weren't out yet when Dee walked on stage last week? He tried to drink tequila through the mask.
Yeah.
You just didn't know? You just forgot?
And just started falling on his jacket.
I forgot.
This is why the episode wasn't aired as is.
And this is why you won't be wearing a mask, because there'll be too much tequila going in for a mask. What's the update?
The biggest update is Wilbur Ross, the Commerce Secretary, said coronavirus will help return jobs to America.
Okay, well, here you have a complete idiot. Gosh. I mean, why not try to spin it for marketing?
I mean, I think it's a good marketing ploy.
Yeah.
Because now you could say it, like, there's so many narratives to spin about China. You know, Trump campaign loves to blame China for stealing all the jobs. Now there's this virus that they're causing the world. It could be like the perfect storm to ride this wave to people that don't understand what's going on and say, the virus is going to bring jobs back because we can't, you can't ship things from China because they may have the virus.
Yeah, but like it's going to last forever. This virus is going to last the next 3 years.
It needs to last till November. The election's in November.
I know.
If coronavirus is here in November, it's great for Trump.
If coronavirus is here in November, it's everywhere in November.
Yeah.
That means a lot of people are dead.
Yeah. It's not a China thing come November.
Your little chart you showed me said 1 million deaths by November, right?
Yes.
By October. We're
Okay.
at 1.2 in November.
Yeah.
And just one little Trump thing. He was at a rally today, and he said 12,000 new factories have been built since he took office.
12,000.
I just made up a number.
12,000 factories may have closed.
Yeah.
He said 12,000 have been built in the U.S. since
Are
he
there
took
even
office.
12,000 factories in America?
And people are like, is there any data around this? And everyone went nuts. They were so happy.
But it sounds, yeah, of course.
That's
If
why
I was-
coronavirus will work.
Yes, coronavirus is so good for the Trump campaign.
12,000 factors.
There'll be 600 million people dead if we keep working with China.
Yeah.
600 million people.
Oh my gosh. Okay. How about this Costco worker?
Yeah.
So there's a Costco worker that worked at one of those little sample stands at Costco, and she turned away, or was it he or she? We don't know.
8-year-old son.
No, they. Who was the worker?
It doesn't say.
Matter. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
They turned away a kid from getting a sample because they thought that he was from China.
So, Asian boy wearing a mask went to go get a sample and was turned away. So, my question was there going to be backlash against Asian people with the coronavirus? And it has clearly started at Costco. That is where the racism started.
At Costco.
Yes.
So patient zero.
Patient zero walks in.
Racism zero.
Yeah.
Ground zero for racism.
Yeah, so Costco is the hotbed for racism. And I think this is, Arab people felt it a lot after 9/11. Brown people in general. I think there's going to be severe backlash against Asian people. I think it's going to be pretty scary.
I don't like to typically agree with Dee's outrageous statements, but kind of leaning he's right.
Yeah, and I don't think, listen, this isn't Dee saying he's scared of Chinese people. He's saying he thinks other people will be. And unfortunately, those same people think that terrorists are pouring over the border from Mexico.
Yes.
And also stealing their jobs.
I think we're going to get some ugly footage of just like a Chinese person getting beat up, and it's going to start surfacing.
I don't think they'll get beat up because they're not going to want to touch them.
Oh, you're right.
That's true. At least you're safe.
Yeah. It's just going to be just blatant verbal racism.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
I had to
That
pick
will
some-
happen.
Yeah,
I had to pick
100%.
something up at the Grove yesterday, and a lot of masks.
Yeah.
At the Grove?
Yes.
Grove is where you should have
I've been seeing them.
masks.
Every day I drive home from the office, I see more and more masks just on the drive home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm buying masks. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then this is almost, I don't even want to say it. You know what? I do want to say it because you are one of these people.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I am.
Okay, so how about this? I have a topic that seems ridiculous, that there is now a new thing called coronavirus influencers.
Thank you.
And I was going to say, oh my gosh, this is so ridiculous, maybe we shouldn't even talk about it, till I realized that just yesterday, you, Dee, went outside of our office,
Yes.
found a beautiful little area to take a photo,
Yes.
popped the mask on your face,
Yes.
and shot a pic.
And live
You're
and
a
die in
coronavirus
LA.
influencer.
And the biggest problem why I messed up that picture, I forgot to hashtag coronavirus.
because you could have hit some popular
Yes,
hashtags.
because these really hot girls are taking pictures with masks and trendy outfits.
Yep.
And saying hashtag coronavirus, be safe.
This is good for fashion because all those weird fashion people already wore masks as a fashion thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now they have a reason. It's like when I was younger, I used to wear glasses with no glass in them.
Yeah.
'Cause I just wanted to
Yeah.
look cool with glasses on. And then now my vision went bad and I really need glasses. This is like those.
So do you know why I actually think this is better than what typical Instagram models do? Because the normal thing is after a mass shooting or something terrible, Instagram model poses in a bikini and says thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
And there's no benefit. At least they're wearing masks and other people are going to get motivated to go get a mask, which might help them.
Yeah.
Like wear a bikini and a mask. People
but
get
it
motivated
just so
to buy
happens
masks.
that this one can be if you could make every devastating disaster a fashion item, if it was really hot to carry fire extinguishers when the Australian wildfires were happening, something that would actually help.
A little knapsack for a koala and a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, I think you could really get some traction.
Yeah.
I think the bad part is it's rare that a disaster has a fashion accessory.
I think I should go full-blown coronavirus influencer.
This is
Yeah.
your chance.
Yeah.
I agree. What was your feedback like? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High engagement.
Very high engagement.
Really high engagement.
I think it was the Kobe T-shirt
Yeah,
that everyone wants. I
absolutely.
have.
I mean, you stood outside with a handmade
Yeah.
Kobe T-shirt and
Yeah.
a mask. You are like.
And
On a
bird
scooter.
scooter.
And a bird scooter.
He was
I'm
riding
surprised
a little
Instagram
scooter.
didn't shut down.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't get your
I
account
really
deleted.
nailed all the.
Yeah. Gosh, but you forgot the hashtag.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad we talked about it. So hopefully you guys don't have coronavirus by now. But whatever, you got to take a risk, if you want to enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
It's Super Bowl. Okay. All right, let's talk about this. Apparently a guy decided he was going to rob a bank. Mm-hmm. A lot of people have done it before. Some have been successful, most not. And a lot of times when people rob banks, you see that they have some sort of way of disguising themselves, right? Because obviously, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Ski masks, I think, are a favorite item. Different types of Halloween masks we've seen in movies and stuff like that. This guy decided to not only rob a bank, but also offend an entire race, all in one
I
crime.
couldn't even keep a straight face while
all in one crime because he robbed the bank in blackface.
Yes.
So he said, you know what? Fuck it. Not only am I gonna rob these people, but I'm gonna piss everyone off at the same time.
I love it.
You love it?
Which part?
Which part exactly?
I think this guy is
You're
a
not
genius.
at the peppermint. Be wary of
Yeah,
what you
this
say.
is going out to lots of people.
I love it because the guy committed this horrendous crime, which is robbing a bank, but he put on blackface, and all everyone is talking about is the fact that he put on blackface, not that he robbed the bank.
Yeah, that's
How
pretty
are
much-
people in 2020 still robbing banks?
Yes.
There's cameras everywhere. You're not.
Nobody
gonna
disguised
get-
in blackface.
It seems so hard.
Yeah, but there's going to be him purchasing blackface at like a local Walmart.
You don't buy a face; it's just paint.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but the one guy that's bought black paint recently. Gosh, but like in 2020, it seems like robbing a bank is like the most difficult way to come up on some quick cash.
It's virtually impossible.
Has to be, right?
The number of so banks are typically in cities.
Yeah.
Cities are typically just armed with cameras everywhere. Like you can't go anywhere in Los Angeles and not get caught on camera.
No. One time I was eating at like a bagel restaurant and I heard sirens and all this stuff and I was like, what the hell's going on? And literally a guy ran past me covered in blue dye. And there was a bank around the corner.
Oh my
No
god!
way.
He
Really?
robbed the bank was running, yeah.
Wow.
It was like a cloud of blue dye just ran by.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's
So I
cool.
guess people are still robbing banks.
But maybe he found the hack. Maybe if you outrage woke culture,
yeah.
then you know what I'm saying? Like maybe if you robbed a bank and you said like, there's no such thing as transsexuals on your shirt, they'd be so confused.
Yeah,
'cause
like-
they're so busy being outraged.
Yeah, that you just robbed the bank.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think criminals, bank robbers, are offended that he did blackface, or do you think? Oh, you think so, Pete? You're nodding very aggressively that you think other criminals are offended.
Yeah.
Well, do you specifically mean African American criminals?
No, just all criminals.
I think it depends on the race.
Really?
I think black criminals are probably like, yo, dude, low blow.
You know what's crazy?
You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy is he did it in Baltimore, which is predominantly black.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're pissed. I think it's like, yo, we all are out here trying to get our money, but you don't got to go that far.
We're all trying to do it the right way.
You stepped over the line.
The second he goes to jail, they're kicking his ass.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're not
he's
going to like
fucked.
that.
If he goes to jail, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. I mean, you got to get creative, I guess, if you're going to do it. And maybe being able to spark up woke Twitter will get you out of a robbery.
Yeah.
Okay. How about this? Big news for the Indian community.
Yeah.
The first Indian American reality show is getting ready to launch in March. Mm-hmm. This is big news for you guys. Last week, Anand, you celebrated your biggest winner was brown people.
Yeah.
This is it.
Here's
keep
another one.
winning.
Looks like you guys are taking over.
Yeah.
This is MAGA's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Now you guys are running all the businesses, stealing all the jobs, and taking all the entertainment.
Yeah. This
They're
is
kicking us out of the country.
They're going to try, but it's too late.
it's too late. We're gonna have a hit reality
Sorry,
show.
Shillian, what are you
soon.
going to do when you're MAGA dad, but your little son's walking around wishing he was Indian?
Yeah.
Because his favorite TV character is an Indian guy. Worst nightmare.
Family Karma coming to Bravo. I watched the preview. It's kind of like Shaws of Sunset meets Jersey Shore kind of vibe because it's a group of friends. It's a group of friends whose families, parents were all had arranged marriages, and then they all settled in this neighborhood in Miami. And there's this huge community of Indian people. All these young people grew up together. Now they're all looks like in their 20s and 30s. Some are getting married, some have jobs, some live at home. And it's like the dynamic of their relationship. It's just, for us, it's just really interesting because they had very similar childhood upbringings to what we had. You know, going to temple and, you know, parents are but the parents are on the show too.
Yeah.
So you have like these like immigrant Indian parents on the show. I'm curious to see if like American audience will resonate. I think it's going to be massive in India because they get to take a look at what American Indian kids are doing. I'm curious to see if it'll resonate with the American audience.
Yeah, so what is being described is basically every Indian in Dee and I's generation, their experiences. Immigrant parents, first generation immigrants in the United States, raising American kids, obviously trying to retain some Indian culture, but still assimilating into American culture, the challenges that brings, what friends think, how they deal with things in school, interracial marriages, I'm sure is going to be part of this.
Yeah.
So it's really fascinating for us because so a lot of Indian comics have been tackling this subject for years, for the last 20 years, bringing it up. So what it's called is ABCD. That's what me and Dee are considered in the Indian community. American-born confused Desis. Desis means Indian. So we're American-born and we're confused because we don't know if we're supposed to be Indian or are we supposed to be American.
Yeah.
So that's what they call our entire generation of Indians.
That's cool.
And comics have been using this for material for the last 25 years.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. This is the first time I think it's being brought to television at scale. I'm sure there's probably been other shows, but this is like gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny.
They're in Miami. Should we meet up with them?
Yeah, they're gonna be big
Maybe
stars.
pop in for an episode.
Yeah.
You know, the group chat guys come visit. There's a couple other ABCDs that made it. You know what I mean? Is ABCDs like a derogatory? Like if I watch them, it's like, yo, what's up, ABCD?
So it's funny. In college at SC, the Indians that were born in India that came here for college, so we were all undergrads together, used to call us that as like a derogatory.
Oh, they're just mad they don't have the AB?
No, they're like, you guys are confused. You guys are a bunch of idiots. ABCs.
Say, shut up, CDs.
Yeah. Yeah, you're lucky we let you in here.
Yeah, you guys aren't ABs. Get out of here.
It was definitely derogatory.
Yeah, okay. All right, so maybe I shouldn't say that to my other Indian friends. Okay, cool. Well, good for you guys, man. You know, big win.
Thank you.
Things are really trending in your guys' direction.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just going to ride your coattails if everything really pops off.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. All right, and then lastly, before we get to our Super Bowl recap, I want to do a quick check-in on the Kobe situation. The big news that happened, keep in mind this happened at the tail end of what will be last week, but is Vanessa Bryant, Kobe's wife, made a statement, posted an Instagram photo, made a very thoughtful, amazing statement. And with that, she also launched the MabmaOnThree fund, to help with the other families affected in the accident. So incredible move, obviously incredibly well said on her statement, and great move, meaning we talked about this. We talked about all the money being made from Kobe product and all the outpouring of whatever, but what about the other families? We talked about the risk that this could potentially become a legal situation, a lawsuit, something like that. Hopefully this averts that.
Yeah.
But, you know, great move. I can't imagine what she's going through. And
yeah, I mean, the logistics of this whole tragedy is so complex because obviously you have Kobe and his daughter's kind of family that has to kind of figure, you know, how do they move forward? And then there's all the other families that were severely affected and the resources that they're going to need to kind of move on and just hold it together, and all the community that's been affected. I was just thinking about like how long this is going to take to actually have where people can heal. Like I don't know if especially
years.
anyone involved in the situation, like it may be never. The answer might be never.
Yeah, the answer probably is never. If you're directly involved, either as a friend, family member, or you know, super close to the family. And the one thing I want to caveat, because we are recording this Thursday, the Lakers play their first home game tomorrow, Friday night, against the Portland Trail Blazers. So I'm sure emotions are going to be running high.
Yeah.
There will have to be some sort of tribute. So maybe on Sunday when post Super Bowl, if there's anything interesting, we'll recap that as well. Yeah. And then the other thing I want to add, All-Star Weekend is in 2 weeks, I believe. And the NBA announced today the most convoluted new All-Star format which it took me like 5 minutes to actually understand what's going on, but that's not the important point. The fourth quarter is going to be first one to 24 plus all the points he scored in the first 3 quarters wins the game.
Got it. That's great.
As a tribute to Kobe. And I'm sure there's going to be things all weekend.
Will that be ongoing or that's just this year?
That's this year, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff. Okay, we'll keep you updated. Now we get to do a fun game.
Yes.
We get to do a little bit of technology time travel.
Yep.
So I'd like you guys to say your final words before you sign off, because the next time we will hear from you will be, I'm guessing, wasted.
Yes. Tired.
Exhausted.
It'll
be midnight Miami time.
Midnight Miami time, fresh after the Super Bowl, with a full drunken recap of the whole weekend. I want you guys to squeeze in. It has to be tight, quick, but I want you to squeeze in how the whole weekend was and then the game.
Okay.
So any last words before we hear from you in 10 seconds?
It's going to be a fun ride.
Yeah. Can't wait for the stories that will be told Sunday night live.
Right now.
Watch this. Guys, how was it?
We are live from the parking lot of the Super Bowl. We are stuck in massive amounts of traffic, and we're on our way home.
And Miami should never have any major event again.
Apparently, there was a lot of traffic.
Miami was absolutely unbearable.
It was a huge, huge disaster.
And I'm really concerned because everyone thinks Miami is like the greatest place for everything.
I thought that.
And it's completely false.
It unfortunately had a lot of traffic. We had kind of shitty weather, and I was wiped out by a tequila brand I will not mention.
So Friday night we got to
Miami.
So we got to Miami Friday.
Yeah.
And we had a great party.
We Friday we hang out with my friends Mikey, we're sitting at Soho House drinking all day. That was not the problem.
Was it 1942?
It was 1942 in Casamigos. We were good.
Okay.
We go to dinner at Milos. Amazing. Yeah. We go to Brian's party. Poppin'. It's a torrential downpour.
Yeah, despite the hurricane, we had a great time.
And Brian was Mary Poppins he had an umbrella and a dress on. But, we still had a great time. We go, we're drinking, we're vibing. The rain is so scary that we have to leave. It's too scary. We miss Post Malone.
Yeah, we had to leave before Post because safety first.
Safety first. I thought the tent was going to get blown away. And then we come home, and that's where it ends for me.
And so Dee was gone all of Saturday.
It's all of Saturday. I was throwing up.
And
I did nothing.
I took the torch. I was at the One Hotel, had a great time. I saw Joe Lacob, the owner of the Warriors. That was kind of interesting.
He's a loser.
Yeah, he's a loser, but whatever.
And then Saturday night we hit the Webster for the Alice Gray event, and that was it for me. I made it out for a solid hour and a half. The fun incident there, Anand had told Sneaker Steve, who runs Alice Gray, to save him a vintage Chiefs shirt to do his Swarovski crystals on. And he gets a text from Steve saying, hey, someone wants your shirt. I'm holding it for you, though. And Anand goes, fine, it's okay. And we get to the event. It's Travis Kelce, Super Bowl champion Travis Kelce's wife.
Yes.
And she takes a shirt, and Anand takes a picture with her.
I have a great picture. She actually asked for the picture.
That's even more.
She was like, oh, my God, you gave me this shirt? She was so grateful. She was like, can we get a picture?
On whose phone?
I have it on my phone.
But
and her phone.
Okay. So
and her publicist's phone.
Wow. That's amazing.
I might be on TMZ tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully she's wearing the shirt. And then I went home. You went out. You went out to dinner.
We went to Cipriani.
With the whole squad.
Great dinner. With the usual crew.
A lot of jokes. Making fun of a lot of our friends.
All of our friends were being made fun of.
If you know us.
Present company included. Present company excluded.
If you're friends with us, you probably got dissed at this dinner.
Yeah, everyone's made fun of.
And then they all went out. Mike had a big night.
Mikey had a big night. He ended at Diddy's house.
Mikey, can we say that you were on Diddy's house? You wanted to meet this?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so
you gotta tag him though.
Tag Diddy?
Tag Diddy.
He's gonna find out about this.
Yeah, he didn't know.
So
Super Bowl.
Mikey goes to every party and then ends up at Diddy's house, so that was a good night. And then we wake up in the morning and it's Super Bowl time. And if you have never been to the Super Bowl, you go very, very early. You leave your house or hotel. We left at 1:30 for the 6:30 game. And we did a players tailgate where H. Wood had a slab. Big vegetarian.
Yeah, big vegetarian tailgate.
Big vegetarian tailgate.
Burt Backman.
Burt Backman. Shout out to Burt Backman. And then we went after that to the stadium for the NFL owners tailgate, which is amazing. Ran into Hassan Minaj.
Yeah, and we actually had a lot of Bud Light seltzers.
I didn't have any
Mango.
I
had the mango, I had the strawberry.
Yeah.
They dominated the market.
But obviously they paid for all the sponsorship, bro. That's
Yeah.
why they dominated the market.
Yeah, no, so there's no Truly, there was no White Claw, there's nothing. It was Bud Light.
Yeah, I mean they always have it. I should have saved the bottle. I like the Super Bowl logo on the bottle.
Yeah.
So we get into the Super Bowl. Demi Lovato does the national anthem. I didn't really care for that.
She was great.
I guess she was great.
She was
She was actually really great.
But the halftime show was really phenomenal.
And I did hear Jay-Z and Beyonce did not stand for the national anthem. Wow. Wow. That was a big move because he was in the New York Times this week saying Colin Kaepernick is done. That issue is over. So it was pretty crazy that he didn't stand. But
Do you think he was just too drunk just to not stand?
No, Blue didn't stand either.
I mean, Blue's like
Yeah, but Blue knows the national anthem. She goes to a ritzy private school. They're standing every week.
All right. But let's get to the halftime show.
The halftime show.
So
which
let's be clear. We've been to 10 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
We've never watched a halftime show.
I've watched. I think I watched
And we did
Beyonce.
watch a handful of them.
Yeah, I don't really pay attention.
This was incredible.
It was literally incredible. Shakira crushed it. Brought out Bad Bunny. J-Lo crushed it. Brought out J Balvin. I would have liked to have seen Gloria Estefan and Will Smith.
Yeah, her daughter.
You wanted Will
Welcome
Smith.
to Miami.
I would have loved Will Smith.
Yeah,
Will Smith
would-
is like,
Shakira.
yeah. But they killed it. I'm blown away. Like, we were vibing. We were
Yeah,
dancing.
we actually had a great time at the halftime show, which typically we miss.
When Shakira came on, Brian was singing "The Hips Don't Lie." He was moving his hips.
Yeah, his hips are jiving.
And then the game began in the second half. I had predicted a double-digit victory by the Chiefs,
And you're right.
and I was right. I hate to be right, but I was right.
I thought the Niners were going to win. I thought the Niners were going to roll.
I was actually right before the game, just because just hearing you guys talk and just, I don't know, feeling the vibe around town, I was like, man. Because, our friends, like a lot of the dummies, bet on the Chiefs, so that usually the dummies don't win.
Yeah. So why do you think the dummies are going to win?
Dummies win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Patriots,
Yeah.
it's easy. It's easier game to pick. And so the Chiefs win. Patrick Mahomes kind of sounds like Kermit the Frog,
Absolutely does.
but he's a Super Bowl MVP. So shout out to him. And now we're having a little cocktail in the car on the way back.
I mean, it's been a great weekend. Miami's not fit to have any events.
Martin, who's driving the car, what do you think about that? You're from Miami.
Yeah.
What do you think about the traffic? You think it's okay?
Nah.
It's
It's an absolute joke.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's
I mean-
bad. Our Basel was really, really bad too. But since it was downtown in Wynwood, I was scootering and I was by myself, so I could just hop in a scooter and move. Now that I got a crew, you guys are holding me back.
Yeah, I mean, Miami's not fit for the public.
No, the traffic was unbearable. We've done the entire podcast ending, and we have not left the parking lot. We're still here. We're still at the stop sign of the stadium.
But we hope we gave you some tidbits from the Super Bowl. Hope you guys enjoy your Monday morning.
And Anand met the producer of, or someone who works on Ellen. Looks like he's going to be on Ellen.
Yeah,
Head producer Bella.
head producer of Ellen. He's a character on Ellen.
I thought Ellen's a talk show. How you can have a character?
No, but she's like.
No, she's like Guillermo.
She's like, I thought he was a dude.
Or he's like, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And he gave me his card, and he said, anytime you want to come to Ellen.
So you're gonna be on Ellen.
Yes.
And he's a great guy.
Are you gonna be on? Are you in the audience, or are you gonna be on the show?
No, I need to be on the show. Come
Yeah.
on, I can't be on that.
I've been to Ellen once and was with Jay Sean when Down was number one. All right, guys, we will see you back in LA Wednesday. We gotta go eat now. We're hungry. Bye.
Bye.